Waka, Wingalyuxidin, Atka, Iwikam Katrolak, Uxugnagli, Bristol Bay, Alaska, Ogmiunga. Greetings, my name is Cody Kapotak. I'm Yupik Alaska native from Portage Creek Village in Bristol Bay, Alaska. When I was growing up, the only building with running water was a two-room schoolhouse. 10 students were required to keep a school open, and we had 12 K through 8th grade students who were all first cousins, all taught by one teacher from out of state. The current year-round population of the village is between 1 and 2, my aunt and uncle. We packed our water for drinking, packed and chopped wood for heat by wood stove, and stocked up on months of non-perishable food. We used outhouses and honey buckets, for those of you that know what those are. Once students finished 8th grade, we had to travel to and live elsewhere for high school and college if those are education areas that we wanted to pursue. I spent about half of my high school in Reno, Nevada, and graduated from West High School here in Anchorage. My background between rural Alaska and abroad have taught me a lot about being adaptable. I believe that a lot of rural Alaska Native students don't have a lot of incentive or examples to follow for pursuing higher education. I know I didn't have many family examples of attending or graduating college, let alone in a STEM degree field. I first attempted to earn my Bachelor's of Science in Civil Engineering in 2007 at UAA, and after receiving my third semester grades that were less than satisfactory, I no longer qualified for a significant amount of financial aid, so I decided to join the military in 2008. After 4 years of active duty and 2 combat deployments to Afghanistan, I received an honorable discharge as a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. I spent about 2 years in information technology as a government contractor supporting the Army in the Midwest, North and South Carolina, and a few months in Germany. When the contract had significant changes, I decided to move back to Alaska. Upon my return home, I became a Teamster construction truck driver apprentice on the North Slope for about a year and a half. I broke my collarbone during my off time and was unable to work for about 5 months. And realizing I did not want to be limited to my physical well-being for employment, I decided to again re-enroll myself at UAA. I have since graduated with my civil engineering bachelor's degree back in May 2020, and I'm completing my project management master's here in December 2021. I'm now planning to apply for my PhD in civil engineering between UAF and UAA. I honestly chose UAA because non-resident tuition is just a little bit more than I wanted to pay. I didn't want a lot of student loan debt, and I told myself that I'd spent enough time away from home and I wanted to live and work back in Alaska. They categorized me as a non-traditional student, and the Native part of me was like, yeah, right, I'm so tradish. And that's a little Native humor for those that don't know. But for real, I didn't return to UAA until about 10 years after my first attempt at college. Programs like the Alaska Native Science and Engineering Program, or ANSEP, and American Indian Science and Engineering Society, or ACES, were huge supporters through my educational journey. Project management interested me because I enjoy bringing people and agencies together to accomplish a goal. I've recently learned that I'm an aspiring proponent for continuous improvement in everything I can be involved in. From my various jobs, educational journey, and life in general, I strive to continuously improve when and where I can. I also work to be involved in groups and organizations that have a similar goal and perspective. I would love to see and help in facilitating more students from ANSEP, ACES, especially Alaska Native, Indigenous, and people of color in their careers, whether those careers are STEM-related or not, and in all types of organizations. I love seeing more underrepresented people succeed and hope I can play some positive role in that much-needed effort. I currently help lead both ANSEP and non-ANSEP interns when they come through the Forest Service Chugach National Forest. I continue to stay involved with ANSEP meetings and opportunities, and attend ACES conferences as the elder helper to the ACES Council of Elders. So I mostly shared some of my story, and usually people say some inspiring type of stuff at these kinds of speeches, right? My bad, let me take a stab at it. I guess, how could what I shared apply to you and others? We all come from many different walks of life, and we're all experts of our own lived experiences. I'd say, despite the unlikelihood that someone with my background would be where I am today, I would hope that others might take it as an encouragement to try and continue on despite their hardships. Someone once asked me if I believe in fate. I responded with, I believe in the choices that we make. We all make choices and must live with the consequences, whether they be good, bad, or indifferent. One of my favorite Shakespeare quotes says, all things are ready if our minds be so. I try to apply that to everything, whether it be an exam, a work task, fitness goals, and life in general. Everything is ready, everything is there. We are the ones who must bring ourselves and our minds to also be ready. Congratulations to all who are graduating today. Many thanks to those who supported us both within and outside the academic realm. Special thanks to Professor Luann Picard and Dean Mary Jo Finney. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here giving this speech, well, recording it for your virtual pleasure anyway. Thanks to Molly Gray and James Evans for working with me to get this recorded on such short notice. Much appreciated. Koyanak Fa, Yupik, for thank you very much. We don't say goodbye in Yupik, we say Biuha, keep on. Doingun Khituk, this is not the end, and Tengachchikamkin, until next time I will see you. So Biuha, Doingun Khituk, and Tengachchikamkin.